welcome to the 3-2. Welcome, everyone. This is the Empress Trader, and you are watching the Empress Trader Day Trading Academy Monday morning webinar. And we're happy to have you. We're going to be going over today's Monday morning activities in the market. So we're going to look at a couple of markets and prep work. We can get started with our trading. So, my team is over in the trading room, and we're going room.
Good morning, traders. This is Brian McPherson here and Jeff Henry. We are the research department for the Empress Day Trading Academy. Basically, what we're going to go over for this morning is the beautiful NQ run for Monday morning. So one of the first things that we do when we sit down to the terminal is that we look at the activity from the overnight movement, the overseas. We find the low for the overnight and we find the high for the overnight. So we have an idea of the range prior to the US opening. And once we have the range, if she's going to break out the range, we have a possibility of a projected target area from the distance of the overnight swing and the overnight swing high and the overnight swing low. So from there, we take the ruler and we measure the swing low to its swing high. And we like to use that as a projection of the possibilities of where price action could go. And that would be our morning projected target area. And as you can see, like textbook for this morning, because we know some mornings, the market does what it does. But this particular morning, we had a nice textbook hit of projected target area of the range of the overnight low and the overnight high. Okay, now a lot of times we get questions from my students. Well, how do we get into the trade? What we like to see is a break of the high, and we like to see a nice pullback to that break to test that ceiling, because it was a ceiling over here, to see if it's now a floor for a thrust up to project a target. Now, I like using NinjaTrader because you can draw, and most platforms you can draw right on your chart to give you a visual of possibilities of where price action can go. So what we like to see is once we drew this thrust and we saw it pull back, we want to see this area hold. So we don't want to see no closings below this area for a continuation northbound or a continuation up. Okay, so as you can see, we had a nice hold at this 44.75 area for a continuation long. So the next closing bar north or the next closing bar up, I'm looking to enter that trade. Okay, and I also have just a small momentum indicator down here to show that the momentum is moving in my favor in the direction of the trade that I'm looking to take. Okay, so first I'm recognizing price action has taken out the swing high of the overnight. Then I'm looking for, because I don't like heat meaning I don't like the get caught in the pullback or retracement. So I like to wait for the retracement to happen. And once the retracement happens, then I'm looking for that area to maintain that support so that I can see the bounce. And once I start to get a close above the area of support, that's when I'm looking to engage my trade for north or for a long. And we had a nice early day with the bingo. And if we look at our target from the close to projected target area, that was 14.75 points for a outstanding morning. And that is for NQ. Let's take a look at the crude oil for this morning at 9 o'clock. She too had a beautiful run down. We had a tweezer top, which is a reversal pattern off of the 5-minute chart. Okay. The overnight was taken out, but we had a short fakie. I call this a fakie. We had a short fakie. Okay. The buyers on that side or anyone going long of that got really hammered. Okay. So we look at two possible entries. That's an aggressive. And then we have a conservative. The conservative consists of a closing of that swing. So once she came down and she challenged the swing and broke through, okay, we have full momentum on the breakthrough. That is the conservative entry for crude oil. And once again, you had a nice run down for crude oil this morning. So that's crude oil and the indices for the morning of May 4th, 2015 for crude oil and the NQ. Look forward to having you in the room or possibly doing a training with the Academy. You can contact us from the website. Have a happy day and happy trading.